Hi everybody, welcome back to this page and thanks for watching and thanks for subscribing. We appreciate you guys. You know, I saw my sister make a soup on Facebook that she said had carrots, potatoes, onions, beef sausage, and cabbage. And it looked really good to me and I thought I would try it, but I'm going to add a few extra spices and a few extra ingredients to it. So it's real similar to a vegetable soup. I don't really measure anything because I really don't know how to cook. I just fake it until I make it. And it usually turns out. So here you'll see I cut about 3 large potatoes. And here I peeled and cut about 6 carrots. Again, I just like to cook and share these simple recipes with you guys just to show people who don't know what they're doing that it's not that hard. I prefer following a good recipe because then I know it will turn out amazing. But things like this that don't have a recipe, you know, just do it your way. Add things that you do like, take out the things that you don't. That's what I'm all about. So again, I did 3 large potatoes, 6 carrots, and here I'm going to just rough chop 1 large onion. You know, the mornings have been getting cooler here. We're still in the 80s and 90s during the day, but the mornings are really cool, and I figured a nice hot soup sounded really good today. So I figured, why not? I had to go to the store and buy the sausage and the vegetable and beef stock. Okay, so I'm going to switch cutting boards here, and I put the beef kielbasa in the soup this time. But you can use whatever kind of sausage you like, or if you don't like sausage, you can use hamburger meat or chicken. I love this stuff. I like to grill it, and this will be the first time I'm going to try it in a soup. So I'm just cutting it into some bite-sized chunks, just like that. All in all, this took about 30 minutes to prepare, including the cooking time. Is it getting colder where you're living? Or are you still nice and warm like we are in the afternoons? So I'm going to add just a little bit of vegetable oil into this pan, and that's going to be to cook the onions and carrots. You can see my dog Ronnie in the background is getting anxious. He wants a taste of whatever it is that I'm going to be cooking. So to this pan, I'm just going to be adding the onions and the carrots. Sweat those out just a little bit. I hope you guys are having an amazing day today. Maybe you'll have time to give this soup a try later this week. So here you can see, once again, I don't really measure unless I have a specific recipe. I just kind of put it into taste. So I added a little bit of garlic powder and paprika, because I know that paprika goes well with cabbage. This is called Season It All. When I don't know what to use, I use Season It All. I'm going to put in a little bit of salt and pepper. It already smells amazing. A little bit of black pepper. And now we're going to add the potatoes. Sure smells good already. Giving myself a steam facial. Alright, I'm going to add an entire can of Rotel tomatoes. And I just used a small can of the tomato sauce. And even though it shows I'm measuring 2 cups of beef broth and 2 cups of vegetable broth, I actually used the whole container of both of these. Once I realized how many potatoes and carrots I put in here, I just went ahead and I did use the entire box. So that's going to be a total of 8 cups of both. I have 4 cups of beef broth and 4 cups of the vegetable broth. You see I'm using my beautiful turquoise Dutch oven to start this off. Pretty soon you'll realize what a ding-dong I am, and I'm going to have to switch to a larger pan. So don't be like me. Start out with a big pan. So now I'm going to be adding the beef kielbasa. I hope I pronounced that right. It's now that I'm starting to realize that I forgot that I'm going to add cabbage to this later, and I don't think my pot is going to be big enough. So after adding those extra 2 cups of vegetable stock and the extra 2 cups of beef stock, I'm going to add a little bit more Italian seasoning, a little bit more black pepper, a little bit more garlic powder, salt, just like that, and give it a quick stir. Doesn't that look good so far? Smells amazing. I'm just going to cook this for about 20 minutes, allowing the potatoes and carrots to get soft. And in the meantime, I'm going to tackle this cabbage. You can cut it like I'm doing. I wish I had a mandolin because I would certainly use that. You can shred it. You can tear it. I'm just going to cut it into bite-sized pieces. And the whole time I'm cutting this, I'm thinking to myself, I'm going to need a bigger pot. Just goes to show you, I am not a professional. I really don't know what I'm doing, but guess what? I'm doing it anyway. And it's going to taste great. Alright, let's give it another rough chop. Just like that. Ta-da! Bigger pot. It's magic. So I'm simply going to start adding in the cabbage. Stirring it in. Anybody can do this. If I can do this, anybody can do this. You know, I left home at the age of 18 and all I could make was tater tot casserole and tuna casserole, sort of. And I'm almost 60 years old and I'm really just learning how to cook. My mom is real proud of me. And I'm thankful to my sister that she told me about this soup so that I could try it. She doesn't put the tomato sauce or the tomatoes or all the seasonings in, but I wanted to. And guess what? Look at that. It turns out Doesn't that look amazing? Watch this. The potatoes are fork tender, the carrots are fork tender. I cooked it about an extra 15 minutes once I put that cabbage in. You can add anything you want to it. You can add green beans, you can add carrots, you can add peppers. But right now, this looks good to me. Let's dish this up. Making sure I get some potatoes and carrots, extra juice, some of the beef sausage, lots of that cabbage. Perfect. Doesn't that look great? Time for a second bowl. Look at that cabbage. Trust me when I say this turned out absolutely delicious. I meant to make some garlic toast or some biscuits with it, and I forgot. But that's just like me. Sometimes I remember, sometimes I don't, and it's okay, because the soup was absolutely delicious on its own. Serve it with some crackers. It's amazing. It's simple, delicious. I hope you give this a try. Make it your way. Put in it what you like. Leave out what you don't. Let me know if you try this. It might be great with spinach or kale. Who knows? Doesn't that look good? If it's a cold day where you are, why don't you try making some of this cabbage and beef sausage soup? Thanks so much for watching. Thanks for liking our page and for a thumbs up, and thanks for subscribing. Have a great day.